What is going on? Book. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I am coming in from across the pond today, but we're going to have some good shit for you. Specifically, we're seeing a lot of people right now who are rocking out this SaaS thing. And drop a one in the chat, guys, or a one out in the comments if you are either using Go High Level, have heard of High Level, trying to do something with it, to go out and build your SaaS offer or be a part of your agency. What we're seeing a lot of is people are doing demos, they're doing this free stuff, they're giving away all this shit, and they're getting ghosted, they're falling off, right? And a lot of people do this for their agency or their coaching program and all that stuff, where they actually will do a free trial or they'll give their time away for free and all this other crap. And what they end up getting is just shit clients, shit days, and just crap all around. And so for the agency side, what we did inside the GSD, and I've taught this one or two times on these calls, is the rookie contract method. And that was entirely built around making sure that people don't have to give away free trials. I hate free trials. In fact, the only reason that I tell anybody to ever do a free trial inside the GST now is if they're absolutely dead in the water, they don't have any clients, they don't have any testimonials, and they need those first couple of testimonials. And we say, build it right into the actual specific contract, so that if you do your free 2-week trial, you hit your numbers afterwards, then you immediately at that point start the real relationship. And that's where the rookie contract actually comes into place. Okay. And we're going to talk about that a little bit here for a second, how not to lead with free, but specifically to lead with value. And we're going to dive into a little bit about what we mean by that for a demo for the actual SaaS stuff that you guys have. I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can do that for your actual agency and coaching program first. Rahul will take over for the actual SaaS product afterwards. But before we even get into all of that, as always, I have a couple of asks. One, hashtag live if you're here with us right now in any of our Facebook groups, hashtag replay if you see this later on. We do that so that we can engage the algorithm, show this video to more people that are supposedly in this group to see value just like this. The other thing I want you guys to do is, if you want to be very important, as in you want to be in this room right now, we've got about 20 people in here. By the end of it, we'll have about 30, 40. We do a private coaching session at the end of this every single week. If you want to sit in on these calls, if you want to be a part of that private coaching session at the end of the calls every single week, all you have to do is join the VIP club. So all you can do right now, if you don't know what that is drop a hashtag VIP and our team will come out, we'll help you, we'll make sure that we get you on here. It also comes with a beautiful course. You get a networking chat, you get to do a whole bunch of amazing shit every single week with us. You get all of that for literally, you can trial run it for $7 a month, and then it's $47 a month thereafter. So if you want to do that, drop a hashtag VIP in the comments down below and we'll hop on to help. So first thing I want to talk about right now before we get too far into this is leading with value, and also not giving away everything for free, doing free shit all the time. So how do we get the power of a free offer without having to actually give it away for free? Well, this was a question I asked a lot, because obviously the easiest way to get clients is to do a free trial. I mean, it is what it is. It's a reason that it exists in the first place. It was a really easy thing to do, but you get free clients. You get clients that aren't paying you a damn thing. Not often worth it, right? And a lot of those clients, oftentimes, even if you do good work, don't convert. And so for me, for what we did for the agency side, right? For agency side GST, we need quick wins for our students, because hey, that's how you pay the bills. That's how they're going to pay our bills. It's how it's going to happen. They need to be able to make money quick. Plus, they need to get paid. So this is where the rookie contract was born. And I've went over a more in-depth call on this a couple of weeks ago, so you guys have got more in-depth strategy on this. But specifically, what the rookie contract means is you break even or barely break even for 1 to 2 months. And if you hit your KPIs, the ones that you promised, the real rate and relationship kicks in for a 3-month period. What that means, okay, if I'm an agency servicing, let's say, dentists, okay, and I don't have any, history of success. I don't have any testimonials yet that I can leverage. And so my person's coming up to me. I normally charge $1,500 a month. And the first dentist I speak to says, hey, can you prove it to me? Can you come and do this thing? Can you do this? Now, some people might tell you, yeah, do a 2 free week trial to prove your worth. But what oftentimes is that'll come back and kick you in the ass. You'll make no money. You'll end up with a bunch of shit clients who aren't paying you, and they are telling you every single day that your time belongs to them now, even though they haven't paid you a damn thing. Does that seem worth it, guys? Raise your hand or drop a 1 in the chat if that sounds worth it. No? How about a 2 in the chat, or a hell no in the chat or in the comments on Facebook land if it doesn't seem worth it? If it seems like a giant fucking waste of your time. Yeah, thumbs. Don's got the printed out emoji hands signals. I like these. Yep, thumbs down, he says, right? And so that's why with this, what it is okay, well, normally it would be $1,500. Now I'm talking to the client. Normally, Mr. Dentist, it would be about $1,500 per month. But in situations exactly like this, I've actually pre-built something to make sure that we can start this relationship together, to put us in the right place to be able to actually work together. Now, I only do this specifically for people I think are a really good fit. I only do this once I've had this kind of discovery conversation and I know that we can help you do it. In fact, our guarantee is I'm going to get you 50 patient inquiries every 30 days, right? That means you're going to have inbound people requesting to actually speak with you as a patient, to be your patient every 30 days. Now, in this situation, when I know that we can do this, because we've had this conversation, I know that you're a good fit for this offer. What I can do is I actually have one type of contract. We call it the prove it contract for specific people just like you. And it allows me to just barely break even. In fact, I lose a little money, right? And instead of $1,500 a month, it's actually only going to be $500 a month. And that's just to cover my softwares, my SaaSes, my staff, right? Any overhead that I might have. It's actually a little under what it normally costs us, but I do this stuff for you. And if after the 2 months, I've given you 50 qualified inbound patients, the exact thing that my guarantee says, in that last 30 days, prove to you that I can do what I say I can do, then it automatically kicks into our normal relationship after that. If it doesn't, we shake hands, we part ways, no bad feelings, but I know that it will, and that we'll start our real relationship at that point because I've done it so many times before and I'm so confident in that, right? It allows you to have that conversation, make them have a little bit of skin in the game and allow it to begin a real conversation. And that's also locked in contractually to kick into the real rate without them being able to fuck off, even if you do good work. Who here thinks that that sounds a lot better than a free 2-week trial? Don says green thumbs up. Mark says real thumbs up. Good. Right. And it's that kind of concept. This is the truth behind, what we wrote in this post here, where we're saying, don't lead with free, lead with value. To me, that's the perfect example of it right there, because it's truthfully just showing up, putting it where your mouth is and saying, hey, I can actually do this shit. Just give me a second to prove it. Let me actually show you that I can do the thing that I want to do. Now, with coaches and stuff, what normally ends up happening is you can do something like a 90-day or 60-day love it or leave it, right? You can check out the program. If you actually don't like it, you can head out the door. Most people don't because they like it for XYZ reasons, right? Rookie contract-based concepts work for both agencies and coaching programs. Now, Rahul has built something else out for SaaS, and he has another thing that he wants to kind of go into for all the rest of you guys who are also adding these SaaS plays in, these whole high-level systems in for what you've got going on. And so I'll pass the mic over to him. But if you have any questions on that, drop it in the chat while Rahul's talking. I'm happy to answer.
Cool. So the purpose of this is to get you guys paid. And that's the only thing. So you guys cool if I walk you through what I do, and I practice everything I preach, and I hope that you guys do the same, because I know this already works for me. It works for a lot of other people, and maybe it could work for you guys, but this is how we get our foot in the door. It could be the end of the door for you too. It doesn't have to be just your foot. It could be this is your end product, because what I love about using like a $100 million plus brand like Go High Level, putting my name on it, adding my IP to it, making it uniquely mine and differentiating. Cody's got my picture. That's funny. I thought he changed it to his. But anyways, is that I can now I have an open source technology that I can customize however I want. And the way I look at it is I have 2 different types of clients. I have number 1, my local community and the niche that I serve. Number 2 is people who want better widgets leveraging Go High Level. So agency owners, coaches, consultants, the Go High Level community, because we didn't make this software. We just made the software better, right? So we give shortcuts, blueprints to exactly what we do. Now, let me know if it's cool with you to kind of walk through again. I've repeated this over and over, but I think just me being a parrot and just repeating it over and over, just like any skill, it takes time, right? Just like the athletes that just went into the NHL draft and in the NBA draft just recently, they practiced their craft over and over and over again. And their coaches went through the same drills over and over and over again. Because if something's not working for you and it's working for other people, there's some training that needs to be done. So let me know if that's cool with you, if I can walk through this again. Okay. Now I'm going to give you 2 ways to think about this on foot in the door. The way I look at the foot in the door is, first, I need to intimately already know a pain point from the marketplace. Like with pretty much, like, I don't know, I can't even make up a number, but almost everybody that I talk to, let's just call it 100%. So we have like open market, right? So if I talk to one of the most advanced companies to one of the most local, like a local dentist, they have pain points, they have leaks, they have some sort of crack in their business. My job is to find what that is. Now, if I pick a niche in an audience, you like, some people call local businesses a niche. It's really not. The niche now becomes your product. If you're just broad and targeting anybody on one strip mall, now your niche becomes your software, and then your audience becomes the local business. But this can be sold as a niche or broadly. You just have to be really, really good at the presentation if you're going to go broad. Okay. The power of niches, we've already talked about the importance of it, but I know that you can do this one totally broadly. So I'm going to leave this a little bit broad, and we can narrow down if anybody has specific questions. But the 3 most important things for any local business, realtors, dentists, mortgage, lawyers, doctors, hair salons, everybody, is going to be, they miss calls because they're small businesses. And how do they miss calls? Let's just say they have their phone attached to their hip at all times, and they're open from 8 to 5, and they've never ever missed a call during their daylight hours. What happens after when 501 hits? What happens when it's Saturday at 2 and they're not working? Do you think their customers give a shit? Their prospects? No. They're going to go down the list and find somebody else. Life happens so fast, right? Like, how many times have you liked a post, commented on a post, DM somebody, called somebody, and then you forgot who they are? That's how fast things happen. You know, because like sometimes I'm forgetful and I'm like, oh shit, totally forgot to call that dude or the plumber that was supposed to come over. Totally, it's all fucked up. Let me just hop on Google real quick, call him. No answer. I'm already on Google. Might as well get this solved before I forget and get somebody else. If they're reasonable, I'll hire them. Or if the reviews look good, I'll hire them. If their website looks halfway decent, I'll hire them. So we're making all these assumptions based off what we see and know to be true. Now, what this software and the way we present it is, we create a gap, we create a pain point and a problem. And by the way, while I'm going through this, just ask your questions live on Facebook, live on the chat. And if you see something or hear something that resonates with you or is helpful to you, drop what that is so we know, and we can help with more of that, both on Facebook and both on this Zoom for me. Okay. And the 3 most important, the 3 easiest, like easiest being and simplest. Let me get rid of the word easy. It's simple once you know how to do it. Okay. And it gets simpler the more repetitive you can sell it and implement it and do it. Okay. One is going to be database reactivations. A database reactivation, the acronym DBR. All it is you have a list of people, prospects, leads, past clients, cancel clients, everybody that you send a distribution text to make them either an offer, add some value, and to trigger them to respond so you can have a meaningful 2-way conversation, whether it's by text message, a Zoom call, come in my restaurant for a happy hour, whatever it may be. So that's what a DBR is. Number 2 is online reviews. Now, Amazon is great at this. Like, how many of you guys have gone to Amazon and then you clicked on a product and then you see the products below it that are very similar to it? The pricing is, let's say, equal, but one has a slightly more closer to 5-star reviews, but has 10 times more reviews than the one you were looking at. And you just went with that one blindly, and you have no idea who the fuck the manufacturer is. In fact, you don't even care where they're located. Right? So we make those assumptions based off one thing, the court of public opinion. And guess what we do on Google? You want to explore a new restaurant? You want to check out the references, right, of a dentist, a gynecologist, anything, right? You base it off complete strangers that you've never met in your fucking lives. And you're going to trust those people as even sometimes even more than a friend. So now we have online reviews, 1 DBR, 2 online reviews. Other people call it reputation management. The reason it's called reputation management, that the way I look at it is when something negative happens, you have to manage your reputation. But when you want to get in front of it to inspire it and turn it into a sales engine, you get in front of it. Because imagine if you have 55-star reviews and you get 3 like 1 stars, not a very big impact. But what if you have 3 5-star reviews and then 3 negative reviews? Then you're pretty much fucked and can go out of business. That's simply. Who's going to go to a restaurant with 2.5 stars? No new customers are, right? So that's what the online review / reputation management is there for. Number 3, does anybody know what number 3 is? It's what I like, the missed call text backs. Missed call text backs, all right? So you call a phone number, they missed the call, they're busy, they're talking to their client, they don't even hear the freaking phone, it's on silent, they left in the car, got stolen, who knows? When they call, they now have a text, a 2-way conversation that we're starting. Hey, it's just Rahul over at the GSD. I saw you just gave me a call. Do you mind if I call you right back? Simple enough, right? Now, do you know how hard it is to to get that person and the energy it's going to take just to get the person to get back on the phone? Like, how many times have you guys ever missed a call and then you try to call them, then you play phone tag and they're not ready, then you're not ready, then all of a sudden everybody forgot about what they've talked about and then now they're no longer interested because something else came along? That's the importance of speed. And now we have it. We don't need people. We need technology. We need to systematize the shit out of this, one for yourselves, so you guys feel confident in what you're offering and selling. It helps your business too. Don't be the shoemaker with no shoes anymore. It's not necessary. I get why marketing agencies and web design agencies always have the same old bullshit story. Oh, I'm serving my clients, so I can't do my own marketing. Oh, I sell really good websites, but I don't even have the time to do my own, right? So they're shoemakers with no shoes. I get it. They're going to live hand to mouth a long fucking time, right? But now with this, it's just so simple that you can't go unprepared. Otherwise, you just will make sales so hard. It'll just be like that rat race. You'll be on the treadmill, running as hard as you can, as slow as you can, walking, running, sprinting. It doesn't matter. You're in one place. And that's not a fun thing to do, is work your ass off just to not be where you should be or want to be. And that's why we've created these demos. That's why we've created these trainings, is to not just change the mindset of how to think about this, not even just trying to give you the pitch and the perspective of how to get in front of the clients and the motivation and everything else we provide. It's now we have tools. Now we've opened a GSD store. Now we just say, hey, if you've been running this thing for a year, 2 years, 5 years, I mean, some people have been with GHL since they opened up and they haven't got very many clients. They don't have the tools, the infrastructure. They don't have anything to sell. They don't even know what to pitch. What are they pitching? Oh, well, we can do your website. We can do your GMB. We can do your social planning. We can do your analytics. We can do your database management. We can do blah, 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 blah. That's a fucking mouthful. But guess what they don't know about their client? Their client don't give a shit, right? Because 3 of those things they may have wanted, but then that GHL salesperson or that presenter or whoever taught them how to do whatever they're doing, they just offered 4 things the client didn't want. And guess what the client's going to think in their mind? Well, if I have to get it all, I'm wasting money on 4 things and all I wanted was 3. So they can't buy no matter the price anymore. So it's impossible to sell that. There's no backing out. The only option you have is cutting your price to dirt cheap. And they'll do that. And then they'll lose the client anyways. And they won't charge a setup fee. And they'll spend all the waking hours just taking that one person's call because that's the only client they fucking have. Right? Nothing worse in the world than that. That's called making $1 per hour. So we can't do that. Now enter systems, enter processes, enter productization, enter selling the same thing over and over. Right. Look at the let's all, can we all agree with this? Can we, like, for you guys that want to be productized, like hashtag in and out, the burger store. Do you know how easy it is to order? Do you know how easy their line management is? Do you know how easy it is for getting a 12-year-old to any age, any kind of mental health? Anybody could work there because it's 1, 2, or 3. And then guess what? The ingredients that they're using, they're all the same, regardless of it's 1, 2, or 3. So why not have the 1, 2, 3 concept? Right? It just makes it so easy for delivery, scalability. You don't even need to hire anybody because you can just fulfill it with a duplicate button that's already in GHL. Either you have it, either you build it, or you buy it. Okay. So that's the fastest path to success, because so many people are just like, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, it's not significant to me. But then what are they going to do tomorrow? Try to do something that they don't have the tools and resources for. And then it becomes, I'll do it someday, one day. But those aren't days of the week. So that's impossible to say, hey, you know what? Let's meet on Sunday. How about one day? Which one works for you? Right? They just don't work. So it just depends on how fast people want to implement something like this and how you want to effectively sell. Now, I'll show you guys the screen in just a minute. But I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. And it's stupid simple. I don't have any magic wand. In fact, I talk about it every week on SaaS. I mean, it's literally the exact same things I say publicly here on Savage Saturdays to my inner circle GSD people. Everybody gets the same things that I'm saying to you guys is the same thing I'm saying to all the people that I talk to. So what was it? Tuesday, went to a wine bar, and then I talked to the wine guy, and then he had the menu on the stand, and it had just like member pricing, non-member pricing. And that's absolutely it, nothing else. So I obviously knew he had a membership, right? So, hey, what does it cost for membership? $89. Cool. All right. So nothing more from him, just a cool, right? Not even an offer, not even anything. Just here's some fucking wine. And so I just asked him a question. I said, hey man, like, have you considered this, dude? Like, because I know it gets busy over here, so you might not be able to talk to everybody. Like, why don't you just put like a little tabletop thing that goes on the table with a QR code and just put a little arrows that say, scan me, get a gift, something that simple. And when they scan it, it'll just go to like name, email, phone number. They just have to fill those couple things in. A lot of people have that automatically filled on their phones. So they can just touch the thing and then touch the button. That's it. But they want the gift. It's mysterious, right? So it could be simple. Now, as I said here, let me show you an example. Handed him my phone, and I'm going to show you this demo in a second so you guys can play with it if you want to. So I said, here's my phone. Just fill in your information right here really quick. And then while he's filling it in, he hits the submit button, phone goes down. I continue the conversation. We're talking about the wines and shit. So he's looking at the phone, hitting the side button. He got a text, sees the phone ring, hits the side button, sees an email pop up, side button. So I said, damn, dude, your phone's like just kind of blown up, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, look, by the way, here are my hands. That's actually me texting you, emailing you, and calling you right now. My hands are right here. And I promise you, I'm not an illusionist. So I add a little humor to it. And then that's when I started talking to him of why I talked about the QR code in the first place. And like, imagine like the 1,000 people that aren't members that come through your store that could have been members. Like, even if they don't become members and pay the $89 a month, get their 3 bottles of wine every quarter, whatever it is, and then come in for free blind testing and training and all that stuff. Imagine if you just sent messages to just get them to come back and just pay the non-member pricing. How many people do you think could come back? It's just like, well, fuck, when I went, there was like 8 people for the winery, and they're inside of a different restaurant that he subleases or whatever the relationship is. But I'm like, that was the story. Really simple how you can show the value of like, hey man, I'm like, dude, it's super cheap. It's like $297. But let's just think about how much business we can gain, right? Do you think that it would be possible to get more $89 people if we just had them come in more often, more frequently? Because at the stage we're at right now, there's only one way to get the people to come in. they just do it themselves. But if we can be the responsible party that lures them in, and we don't even have to do any marketing at all. We don't pay Facebook a dime. We don't pay Google a dime. We don't pay a consultant a dime. So those guys are going to fuck it up and blame you anyways, right? All we have to do is control our own destiny by building our database and just telling them to come back. Super simple presentation. Walking away with $297 per month, free bottle of wine, and also, to me, that's $3,600 per year, lifetime value at minimum. And I haven't even offered a landing page yet. The landing page is coming later. Probably be something already built, hit the duplicate button, give him access. He fills in his shit, hits the saves button on his own. Maybe $500 for maybe 3 minutes to 7 minutes to present it to him, and then walk away. So give them a huge, huge value. It's interconnected into their software. It shows more professionalism. It gives an outlet for people to buy and get educated independently of his effort. And then the third thing is going to be the complaint I heard. Nobody knows shit about the wines. So all I heard was, you're the bottleneck. You can't teach people. So the third thing, and this is where Ascension comes in, by the way, guys, starting off with the 3-pack that I already said, $297 a month, take that pricing. It's those 3 things. Upsell website. And I haven't upsold the website yet. I'm just telling you how I'm thinking in advance of what I'm going to be doing. Third thing is, when he said the training of the staff can't do it, nobody knows shit about wine. Well, he's got to take responsibility. That's like me saying, hey, our sales team doesn't know shit about the GSD. The fuck? Oh, of course it's my responsibility. I gotta train them. So he's gonna what I haven't told him is he's gonna record all the videos, everything about wine, pairing it, whatever the shit he wants the people to know. And guess what? I'm gonna sell them. Can anybody tell me what he's gonna buy? If I say do a bunch of videos to train your staff, how would those staff members get access? Anybody know in the chat? Boom, there you go. Rob got it. Membership. Now, to create a contrast, to make the membership even more valuable, I'm going to find him a second type of client for it. And this second client's not going to pay a dime either for the membership. One is training, so he doesn't have to train people as in detail, eliminate the frustration, make sure they understand his product. 2 is, well, hey, if he's talking about wine and pairing and tannins and grapes and darkness and blah, 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 and swishing, all that shit wine people talk about, well, the people who are in the club, they may benefit from this content too. So I'm going to help him keep clients longer by having wine training available. So that's how I can find contrast in this thing. Okay, I'm going to just do the demo in just a sec. Anne-Marie, is it a question or a comment? Because I want to kind of get through the demo, and then I'm going to go to private time with us VIPers.
Yeah, just a quick question. I know you
Yeah.
don't like a quick question. So I bought misscalltextbackpro.com. So I'm going to put that on my car and put something on my window. And then you just fired off like some reminiscence of when I had QR codes 13 years ago, but it was before its time. So like for a question on the back windshield, some simple question, what would be your question?
I mean, fuck, I don't like on the spot. Like I would probably use data. 62% of small businesses miss calls. Go to misscalltextback.com.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so that would be just spitballing it as far as like thinking it through, because it's going to be living on the back of a vehicle. Like we may want to write a couple variations.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Visually, the number would grab somebody to make them look. So yeah. I want to.
Yeah, because I mean, like that just gives the fact and the data. It doesn't give the pain of the impact. Like they may be thinking, wow, that's a lot, but we have to give it. How is it? What's in it for them? Is that we want to create that internal pressure with how much money that person could be missing. So we'll have to do a little bit of research. Number one, on thinking of like variations, statements, stats, pain as that slogan, and then number 2 is going to be polling it to an audience, so we can get actual evidence. So we have like some sort of like, hey, what do you like best? What does this mean to you? And just kind of get people to give their feedback. Because I know it's probably pretty easy to change. Like you got the domain and then you got the slogan. The slogan might be easy to change, but a pain in the ass at the same time because it's on your car.
Oh, I haven't. Oh God, my other car was wrapped 3 years ago. It was loud. It was proud. Everybody knew. But but that's like my hair extension hair. There's literally that's thousands of dollars of inventory that just sits there. And one SaaS client at 297 replaces an 8-hour job. So in my
Yeah.
sleep, in my sleep.
Yeah, and like I mean, just based off what you just said, that just shows that we value our time so much. The only reason you can't value your own time is because you're not making enough. And once you start making more, you start having less time for whiny ass people, some of your friends. You're not available for the people you can't be available for. Your market shifts.
And I
Right.
learned
So,
one thing last week. They instructed us to be like they said, oh, and I forgot his name, but he had said you get to a point where you're able to politely, you tell the client what to do. So my lady that was supposed to have an appointment today, she forgot that she's going to the beach at 8 a.m. with her grandkids. And she hasn't been taking care of her hair extensions. So I reframed that whole thing and said, the beach is fun, made a quick video, and just said my records indicate that you're, as we know, you're way overdue also for color. So I'm going to drop a link in, just book, and your color service is going to be 200 and have a good time at the beach. So so there's a price to her being able to come back in. And
yeah, and that comes with confidence, right? It's education, confidence, and just doing it. And that's really what it all comes down to. Because like half the things I tell people is because they've become a client, and then I tell them what they need to do next to be more successful. It's like, 'cause like whenever if I got somebody to like a Facebook client, if I have them on Facebook and we build a relationship and we're doing good work, then I'll say, hey, I want to make some recommendations if you're cool with it that I think can boost your revenue. Would you be against that conversation? No, I wouldn't be. Who the fuck in the right mind would be against having a conversation and making more money? I'm like, look, we're going to go over 3 different ideas. Just tell me which ones you think are highest priority to you, and I'll tell you if it matches what I think. And then I'll go 1, 2, 3. And then when they say, oh, I want this thing, I'm like, well, this thing you picked was number 3. I actually put it in the right order. Let me just walk you through my mindset of why we should do it in this order. And we can either do 2 at the same time or all 3. But let's do 2. Here's this. Here's what it costs. Here's the impact of why I think it's going to make you money. Number 2, this is what it's going to do. Here's how they intermingle with everything we're already doing. And here's where it's going to make you some more money. Is it cool if we just move forward with this? So sometimes I don't have to get into like sales articulation and persuasion. It could just be, I've already demonstrated the fucking authority.
No, I did that with Dawn today. She's back to coaching, and we went to her Google My Business page. There were unanswered reviews. I said, this is how you do it. And there were several. And then she's like, okay, I'll finish this when I get home. I said, nope, you're going to finish it now because I'm not leaving you to your own devices. This is money on the table. And I showed her some chat GBT, and she's like, wow, that's amazing. I'm like, okay, good, because that's where your money is. Next.
Yeah, no, perfect. Awesome. Thanks for that share. That was perfect. Okay, cool. Are you guys cool seeing the demo that we use? I mean, a lot of you guys, some of you guys actually own it, a copy of it. I know Don does, Anne-Marie, Robert, and a bunch of other people. So is it cool with you guys? Because if you guys are cool with it, I'll show it and then we'll cut the stream. If you guys want, by the way, inside you guys in Facebook land, wherever you're watching this, let me know what takeaways you have. If you want to jump into the Diamond Club, get access. Super, super economical, super affordable. Even today, I got a DM from somebody that said they watched a video. Yes, a video. Wow, it's crazy, right? You have to watch videos and put like 20, 30 minutes in. Went through our 8 hunting rounds, went through the script, the DM script. $3,000 is the close. The guy's from India, right? So pretty fucking cool to level the educational playing field and the access to knowledge when you were trying to grow, right? Because like when I started playing soccer, I didn't just go on the field and grab a ball. We had a coach. We practiced drills. We learned the skills. And once we learned the skills, we fucking dominated. And when we got better coaches, more advanced coaches, right? So we've leveled the playing field. You can get access to it. It's super duper affordable. Just click the Diamond Club link, and you can see what it's all about. And like cancel anytime. Makes no difference to us if we cancel or not. We think the people who stay through it are just going to make way more money. That's just the way it works. But totally up to you. But let me go through this little demo. Here's the front end. This is the exact same thing. It's bookmarked on my fucking phone. I have short codes to send it. I can show all you guys that later. But this is the website. So I'm going to do two things here. Number one, show you the demo. I'll give you this link if you guys ask for it proactively in the stream or on the Zoom that don't have this already. This is going to work for United States and Canada numbers. So if you guys are overseas or outside of those two countries, use your GHL number, your US-based GHL number that you have for the demo, because it won't work with +44, +61, +91. None of that will work. It's only for US and Canada, okay? Because that's our marketplace, and that's why we stay focused. Okay, so here we go. This is the website. I don't give a shit about showing anybody below the fold. This is it. All they need to see is that, all done. Then we go right here. Fill in your information, guys. They fill it in. Then right when they fill it in, this is the stuff they get. While I'm sitting with them, while I'm talking to them, while they're on their own time, don't care. Doesn't matter. The process is the process, because if somebody filled this in absent of me being there and finds it, uses it, blah, 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 guess what we have? The data. They're in our database. They're a lead. Now, this is message one. So if I want to change this, then I just hit save action, save right up here, saved, right? So the editability of this is super duper easy. Get it right back, hit save action, save. Does everybody see how easy it is to edit? Does that seem pretty fucking fair? No tech skill required whatsoever. Just I clicked a couple things, right? So it's not too hard. Email, same exact thing. While I'm sitting with them, look, it even says my name in the subject line, so they don't ever forget who I am. Nobody can ever say, who is this again? Fucking no, right? So all the emails are already pre-written, pre-populated. You can leave it the same and slightly edit whatever you want, right? So I show people how the simplicity. We have a short wait period, because like I'm literally, their phone's about to blow up, like literally explode with me. But I'm explaining how it all works throughout the whole process. Same thing, so on and so forth. So you can see the reason it's so aggressive, the reason it's got so many things, the reason there's specifically 5 is because I want to tell them, hey, we're going to get, this is like a series. If we pace this thing out, let's say for a dentist over 5 weeks, for a lawyer over 5 days, because it's so important to get that personal injury case. Or if it's for a restaurant owner, it could be once every week, every Tuesday, or every Thursday. So the most profitable days in a restaurant are going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe for some Sunday that do after church brunch stuff, right? So we're going to focus on what's most important to them. Is it more important to focus on filling Monday and Tuesday when it's pretty much dead days, or just packing the fucking house when they're already going to monetize and make it even better for them? So make their most profitable days when they're the most staffed and prepared. Right. So it's all flexible. It's all repeatable. It's all duplicatable. This is all productized. And everything that I mentioned previous about the top 3 offers that sell are all already in here. DBR, missed call text back, review campaign. So it's repeatable. It's already done. All it takes is a little bit of modification. Guess what? What would you use if you suck at writing copy? Yeah, Anne-Marie mouthed it, and Chat GPT, right? It's it's super duper easy, right? So like, imagine this. Like, what do you think it'd be more profitable? Because like, let's just say go high level. Y'all, most of y'all have it. If you don't have it, for those of you guys that do not have it, join ghl.com. Go get a free trial. You're going to want to get into the party. Trust me, you do. But now let's go into profitability for a second. Let's just say, because GHL is going to cost $97, $297 or $497 for the most of you guys. So that's pretty low cost while they're going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars, eventually they probably spend tens of millions of dollars right now to maintain, hire 600 plus employees supporting this whole product. And you're blessed with having to pay a small little, barely an ounce of a drop of water of what they spend. You're giving it, for as far as I'm concerned. So we're not even going to call that overhead. We're going to call it crazy if you don't have it. Right. So think about the profitability of like you doing Facebook ads of what you're charging right now. Some of you guys are undercharging. Some of you guys can't even sell it. Some of you guys can't even sell it for free. Some of you guys are really good at selling it. I don't know. Right. But think about the profitability based on the work to launch a campaign, all the work you have to do, all the phone calls, all the impromptu emails, all the reporting, all the optimization, all the tweaking, all the analytics, and all the stuff you got to do to run a Facebook campaign, if that's what you do, or think of it in SEO or GMB, or heck, you're building a website. It's a lot of freaking work, a lot of hours in the that you got to put into it. Think about how much money if you sell this for $297 and you keep a client for 12 months, but you don't have much work after you've given them their logins. So if you do 297 times 12, let's just round it up to 300 for easier math. That's $3,600. Now, let's just say it takes you, I don't know, I'll do a little math. I have a calculator handy. So we have $3,600. Let's just say you're duplicating it and you're following best practice of productization and not going fucking rogue on yourselves and just shooting yourself in the foot and try to get yourself way more work that's outside the scope of your capabilities, and you're hunting down people and asking questions all over the internet. If you just stay focused on productization and giving them what they need and showing them the gaps of the sales process, you might be putting in, I don't know, 10 hours for that year. Right? So like if I do 3,600 divided by 10, it's $360 per hour. Right? Now, let's say you're fast forward. Some of you guys are going to be just absolutely ridiculously good at it. Those are the action takers, imperfect. I'm going to sell before I'm ready. And I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to productize. And I'm just going to get out there and just get shit done. Right? You get 30 clients in 30 days, 30 clients in 6 months. Speed doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's just understanding the journey and the process and the goal. You don't need your goal to come forward. You just need to reach your goal and take every step to be better the next day. Learn something to be better every single day. You can hire somebody to do this for you. You now have the capital. Like, this is so easy that you can train somebody that doesn't even speak English well. They can have good written English. You can get somebody from the Philippines. You can leverage. So now you're selling like crazy. Now you're saying, all right, I want those 10 hours back. I'm going to give it to somebody else. So now I'm worth $360 per hour. I'm going to put their worth at, I'm going to double their salary in some countries. That's fucking dope, right? $10 an hour is dope in some countries. I know in Mexico, it's really good. I know in Philippines, it's incredibly good. I know in India, it's going to be great. So I can give somebody the motivation, the inspiration, a good paying job, pay them by the hour. And now I don't have much to do. Now, would it be crazy if we did something? And would it be crazy that you got somebody to leverage this software and then you actually called them back and offered something else to them? Is that wild? Is that crazy? To go back and say, hey, now that we've done this for you, and say, would you be down to talk about getting a more modernized website? Or, hey, I know that you're trying to get your social media accounts off the ground. And I kind of remember you mentioning that, like, there's so many platforms, you don't know what to post. Like, is that still a problem that you'd like to discuss? Then guess what? We got the social planner. Solves that problem, right? So there's so many variances of how you can just leverage this one thing, this one software, by foot in the door, upsell ascension, by just following a very, very, very specific process. Okay. So if you guys wanted, yeah, like I said, if you guys want to go through the demo that that I put my own clients through, and for me it pretty high closing ratio. It can go, this is something you can do from cold to sold. The fastest path, I'm just going to give you guys a tip. If you guys care about it, you tell me. I don't know. But this is wherever I'm already at is who I'm going to talk to. Wherever I'm already at is who I'm going to talk to. Where my money flows, I'm going to talk to them. If I bought food at a restaurant, I'm going to talk to the owner. If I got a haircut at an independent salon owner, I'm going to talk to them. If I have a lawyer, guess what? Same thing. It's going to be, everything's going to be the same. It's repetition, the mother of success. Okay, let me go into the chat, and then I'm gonna 281 clients. Yeah, there you go. So Emery got her $1 million plan down. How much are you selling for? The 3 features to keep things simple is DBRs, missed call text backs, online reviews, $297 a month. If you want to do a setup fee, I would recommend $1,500 and under. And what they get in that setup fee is you setting up the system, hooking up a phone number, hooking up their email address on a subdomain, and then you're going to write all the content for them. Just because you could do it faster doesn't mean you're worth less. In fact, if you could do it faster, you should get paid more. Because if I had a plumbing issue right here, right now, I can call the plumber and saying, hey, my toilet's broken. But if I call that same plumber and saying, hey, I have a fucking emergency, come right goddamn now, it's going to charge me a little bit more, right? So if you can do it faster, you can do it better, and you can make it more profitable. You have approval by me, let's say, to go charge more. Okay. So that's the how much are we selling it for. And then as far as ascension models, it's up to you. I mean, if you're doing a website from scratch, I mean, you'd have to base it off the clientele you serve and maybe a little bit of your experience. But when I do custom websites, WordPress or whatever it is, it's going to be 10,000 on up, because it's just not worth it. I just don't want to deal with it. It's not, we value our time a lot more. We have a lot more experience. We do a whole different experience in product than somebody else who's brand new that doesn't know web marketing, conversions, strategy, aesthetics. So the client doesn't get into an oh fuck moment like after they've already paid for it and realized the website's dog shit, right? So we have a higher fee that we charge. But with Go High Level, I've already built like 8 templates, and I have that are all badass looking front end websites from 4 different agencies, real estate, mortgage, everything. Like we have somebody literally full-time every day working on a different theme every single day. So now I can now have power of leverage to charge a little bit less, get the deal in the door, and then keep a little bit of budget for more things I can do with the client down the road. But that's if they get a template. Now, if somebody wants something custom, bespoke to them, yeah, they're going to pay a custom fee. Cool. All right. So if you guys want the thing, type in FUM on the Facebook live stream. I'm going to give you guys access to the actual demo. And this is literally because when Cody was talking about don't do shit for, is Cody still on here now? Okay, he made me the host. Good. So when Cody was talking about we don't do shit for free, it's the only reason people do stuff for free is because they're scared. They want to get a client and a testimonial. This is the free experience. This replaces that free DBR, that free whatever online review campaign. This demonstrates everything and walks them through it so they can experience it. Seeing is believing. If you go ahead and do the work, a lot of you guys will do the work and the client won't do their part of the bargain, and then they're not going to hire you anyways. Because when people pay, they pay more attention. So, and this is life-changing for many people. Believe me, it is. There's people that have had tears that they've got more deals. There's people that are like, holy shit, I cannot believe I haven't had this. I feel like such an idiot and I'm an adult. How did I not know about doing these things? Well, guess what? That's what college does not do. It prepares nobody for nothing. Right? So that's especially when 9 out of 10 businesses will fail within 3 years, and it's all their fault. But now I want to give you guys some blame, you marketers, you SaaSpreneurs out there. Help them stay in business. Make that call. Think about their family. Think about yours. Everybody wins. You don't have to be snake oil no more. You don't have to feel like icky selling. You have something so powerful it already works with predictability over and over and over again. Okay. So anybody who wants to see and experience the demo as if you're going to be my client buying this, you guys don't have to buy it. I don't give a shit. You can see it, how it works, how simple it is. And then think about the conversations. If you could show people this exact process, it's fucking changing. Like I don't have to do much talking. The system is doing the work for me. And then if anybody wants to actually purchase the system, it's on sale. It's super cheap, where you can get the website. Here, I'll just show you guys really quick, and then we'll go to private call. So everybody will get all these pages in here, which you've already seen. So here's the front end website. You get the demo, which is this page. When they fill this in, you get all the workflows. Let me see who's in the waiting room. Sean's in the waiting room. So you get the whole opt-in, the whole website, the front end stuff, and then the power is in the back end. This whole workflow automatically imported into your GHL account. On top of that, the 3 most top products that sell, you get all of these already done. I'll just show you the picture. If you want to take a screenshot, knock yourselves out. So this is what the review campaign looks like. It's all modified. You can do whatever you want with it. It gives you the framework, so it gives you 10 steps ahead. Here's the missed call text back workflows. And then here is the DVRs. So it's pretty simple stuff here, or it's complex if you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's simple once you own it. So that's everything that everybody gets is the front end and the back end. So you can just literally go sell like fucking crazy. It's an asset. It's a tool, a resource. Absent of it, I don't think I can sell this myself. And I'm pretty good in my opinion, or I think I am at least. My mom told me I was good, so I think that's true. But anyways, without this demo, I don't become as effective selling this. I think I can only guess. I think my closing ratio would probably go down by half because this does the work for me. And this does the trial for me. This gets me paid faster. This gets my clients paid faster. Once they can see it, believe it, trust it, implement it, then they get more money too. So that's how that thing works. All right. So anybody who wants this hashtag FUM, I'll get it to you after this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go private. Anybody who's not in this Diamond Club, who's not on Zooms with us, that wants to be in here and get what we're about to talk about, that's going to be intimate, private, and profitable, join our GSD Diamond Club and just get access. Try it for a month. If you absolutely 100% hate me, hate the community, hate Cody, leave. It's totally cool. I think we'll earn your business for the long run. So we're pretty confident in what we do. Anyways, all right, guys. Well, cheers for everybody on the live stream. Thanks for joining.